trying to say, if we are going to forget about slavery, no one has been compensated for slavery, and please bring back our Ndebele King Lopemula, who disappeared. We haven't been compensated for that. Zimbabwean white farmers that had their land forcefully taken by the government, I think it was the year 2000, they have reached out to Donald Trump to assist them, like how we did to, you know, this propaganda that was being spread in South Africa that there's like genocide against white South Africans or the white people in South Africa. Okay, but now let's not pretend as if history began in the year 2000. Okay, first of all, can we talk about how this land was taken? Okay, how was this land taken? How did they get to have this land in the first place? Hi guys, this is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what's trending on the internet. It's been long since I posted. I just came out from a shower and I saw this post, okay, about white people reaching out to Donald Trump, and I was like, okay, let me just give my 2 cents into this thing. Like, okay, so let's not forget, like, the sun is fading away. What happened to the sun? What happened to the sun? Look how I look now. Sometime in the early 2000s, back in the days, you know, when Zimbabwe just got independent, so they were like, you know, we are all equal, that kind of talk. So there was like a treat, I don't remember very well, you know, I wasn't paying attention in history class, but what I know is that there was like something like William Buyer, William Saylor, you know, some refused to sell their land, but the Zimbabwean government decided to like kick them out of their lands. And I know this was very traumatic, the violence, the child, everything, especially if like you had got the land from your dad. For example, like I'm in my father's house, somebody comes out and starts kicking me out. Like I'm innocent, I don't even know what's going on, and then I'm just being kicked out. I know, but like, you know, there are 2 sides of the story. Okay, now let's talk about how these people came into Africa, how they came into Zim, and how they like introduced dog tags, wife tags, cattle tags. They didn't want, it's like they didn't want like black people to be rich, because like they were saying, oh, you can only keep 5 cattle per household, and then you'll be taxed for how many dogs you have. Now these people came into the land. They came kicked us out, not us, I wasn't there, sorry. They kicked them out, or our ancestors took them from their fertile lands. Where did they place them? In these unfertile lands, like in the reserve. They occupied the what you call the fertile lands. They started growing, took their cattle. Okay, so they forced them to sell their cattle, because like they are gonna tax them. If you like have more than 5 cattle per household, they are going to tax you. Tax you. I look ridiculous. What happened to the sun? Oh, those unfair regulations. Remember, there is a lot. The education system, how it was like a pyramid. The more you go higher, the education ladder. The Africans are dropping. I don't know why. Maybe some of them couldn't afford. I don't. You know what? Let me not speak on this, because like I'm not really sure what happened. But what I know, or what I've heard, or what I read, is that as the ladder went up, there were fewer Africans in that level. So the Zimbabwean white people have reached out, because the government had promised them, let's say the government had said, or had promised to spend about 7 billion US dollars, not Zig or Zimbabwean dollars, whatever, like Zimbabwean, the US dollars, 7 billion US dollars to compensate. So I'm still editing that video, and I don't know where I got 7 billion from, like 7 billion US dollars. So that's supposed to be 3 billion, to be specific, 3.5 billion US dollars. Okay, 3.5 billion to compensate them for, you know, forcefully taking the land away from them, their land, by the way, for forcefully taking their land from them. So this is the Zimbabwean government spending $7 billion which they haven't spent. And now this is why they are trying to reach the world attention, so that they can, like, I don't know, maybe Trump should enforce sanctions. We're going to talk about this one again, for sanctions. Like, now, listen, Zimbabwean, how many billion? $7 billion to compensate someone for their land that they stole. Okay, first of all, let's say that, how did you guys acquire the land? Like I said, history did not begin in the year 2000. Can we talk about before? But like, let's be real, guys. How did they have the land in the first place? This land was taken through colonization, drove away the black people. I mean, yes, drove away the black people, put them in reserves, and now they took the fertile land. Now they were, I'm not saying anyone deserves anything, or like, no one deserves any of that, especially colonization and slavery. Like, that's like, okay, another conversation. No one deserves any of that. Even they did not deserve to be, like, driven away from their land, you know, by the government, and how people were protesting, like, even the violence that happened. Some of them that were refusing to get out of their lands, I'm sure they were attacked or something. No one deserves any of that. But like, don't hear me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. But now the thing is, they are getting compensated by $7 billion. Like, do you know how much, wondering how much that $7 billion could, like, change the country? Look at the infrastructure, we have the youth, we have, like, a lot of things like this. $7 billion can, like, improve this country. In other words, I'm trying to say, if we are going to forget about slavery, no one has been compensated for slavery. And please bring back our Ndebele king, King Lobengula, who disappeared. We haven't been compensated for that, and we haven't been compensated for the land that they took. That is why the majority of the black people, some of them, I'm not blaming anyone for anyone's problems, but like, think about it, okay? Just think about it. Okay, let's be real, guys, let's be real. So if we are going to compensate, can we also go back and compensate what they did too? Because like, I'm not I don't even know why. This is my first time covering a topic like this. Like, maybe this is going to, like, measure my intelligence, because like, I might not be that intelligent. But guys, let's be real. Can we go back and compensate? If we are going to be compensating anyone, how about we go back all the way, like in the 80s, slavery, what? So I was editing this video, and basically what I was trying to say is, how about we let bygones be bygones? Because I've realized, I don't know, maybe I'm the one that's misinformed, but I've realized whenever I check the media, like in the media, people don't like talking about, like, black people bringing up the whole thing of slavery, saying, no, it wasn't us, it was, you know, that kind of, like, excuse. Let me not call it an excuse, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, no, it wasn't us, it was. Can we just move on? So instead of here spending $7 billion, that could actually transform the country or make it a better place if someone doesn't steal it. Also, we're wrong, you guys, we're wrong. I'm not saying eye for an eye, spade for a spade, but like, can we just move on? You know, we're just trying to promote unity. I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah, you know what, let me leave it here. But at the same time, I'm not saying that I'm not racist, I'm not tribalist, I'm not. Oh, you guys tell me what you think in this comment section down below. Like, this is an open conversation. Zimbabwean or no Zimbabwean, like white or black, blue, green, anyone is welcome in my comment section. Like, no matter who you are, whatever you do, whatever you eat, fruits for dinner, you are welcome. So you guys, it's an open conversation. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I will see you on another video.